Hey everyone, I'm Melissa Covington, a real estate investor and coach in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm going to show you this big brown house we just acquired and how we're going to drastically improve it. I've been a house flipper for 8 years and I've done over 80 home renovations. So I know a thing or two about how to maximize the return on investment on a home renovation. Make sure you stay until the very end because I'm going to be very transparent with you and share all the projected house flip numbers. Welcome inside. We're in the entryway, and on your left side are the living room and dining room, and straight ahead are stairs going upstairs to the bedrooms and bathrooms. And then the other side is a bedroom and also family room. In this entryway, you can see that the lighting is not so good, and we have a very traditional light fixture that we plan to replace. And on the floors, there are a few different types of flooring materials. We have tiles in the entryway, carpet going upstairs, and then laminate floors in the living room. So that's pretty typical in older homes. It makes the home feel very compartmentalized. So we plan to replace it all with one single flooring material, probably vinyl floors. That will make the home feel a lot bigger. The living room is full of furniture and personal belongings. That's because the previous owner passed away and left the home to heirs who live out of state. That's the service that I provide to home sellers, that they can leave anything they don't want anymore to me and my contractor will take care of it all so that the seller can sell the home very easily and don't have to worry about all the things that are inside. So here we already talked about replacing all the windows because they are single pane, and that's going to help us bring in more natural light inside. And we also plan to put in a ton of recessed lights in the ceiling so that we can be light and bright in here all the time. And then, of course, we're going to get rid of everything in here and repaint the interior and also have it professionally staged before we try to sell the home. Next to the living room is the dining room that's quite spacious, and we have an old school chandelier that we plan to replace. And then there's the wall separating it from the kitchen. And this wall is not load bearing, so it's pretty easy to remove. And on a few other flips that I encountered the same layout, and after removing this wall, it really made a huge difference. So we plan to do the same here. The kitchen is very small and it's quite busy. There are very old cabinets that are super worn out, and also the space is so tight that it's not really a good fit for this size of the home. So we really need to expand it. The best place to expand it to is this casual dining space that's right next to it. Once we make the kitchen bigger and add more of a eat-in counter, like a bar, maybe as a peninsula, then we can have eating space in the kitchen, so we wouldn't need this casual dining space anymore. So all of the kitchen cabinets, countertops, and the ugly linoleum floors have to be redone, and we'll use all modern finishes and fixtures, and it will look so different. Right next to the kitchen, we have this family room that's a great feature because it's uncommon for homes to have two living spaces. But in here, it feels so dark because the walls are painted this brown color with a red accent wall. And these colors make the room feel very dingy. So we definitely want to repaint the interior, but also the most important thing to do is to put in new recessed lights to improve the lighting. And the focal point is this brick fireplace that's very old school that we plan to refinish, probably by framing and sheetrocking it so that it will match the new modern interior. And on the floors, you see this new type of laminate floor. This is probably the 5th type of floors in this home. And it needs to be redone to match the new interior, so we'll have the same flooring throughout the house. And then we have a slider overlooking the backyard. Right now, the backyard doesn't look that great because it's very sectionalized. So we're going to redo the landscaping and replace this slider so then it will provide a much nicer view. The laundry room is pretty spacious, but it doesn't feel that big because it's quite messy. We have very old cabinets and also linoleum floors that's damaged, and then it seems like they use the same flooring materials on the countertops as well. So we plan to gut everything here and probably still keep the laundry machines on this side and then put some new cabinets on the other side so it can feel more like a laundry slash mudroom, because this door goes to the garage and it would be very convenient if we have that facility here. The full bathroom on this first level is of pretty good size, but it doesn't feel that big right now because the pedestal sink is very small, and then there's the cabinet randomly placed here and the space is not well utilized. So we want to put in a larger vanity and then also redo the shower tiles and put in new shower door so that this whole space can feel a lot more contemporary. The only bedroom on the ground level was probably used as an office before, but I really don't know how this mattress got in here. Anyways, we're going to remove everything in here, and there's no closet currently, so we'll probably put in a closet door towards the end where there's a dent, and then this would be a very functional room, can be either used as an office or as a guest room or in-law quarter because there's a full bathroom right next door. The stairs lead us to the second level where there are 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The railings are very old school, so unfortunately we have to replace them and it would be expensive, but I think it would be a good investment. And we also want to put a chandelier over there so it's pretty. And there are really a lot more flooring types on the second level. So first, around the stairs, we have this dark gray carpet. And then in the room over here, we have a light color laminate floors. And in the bathroom, there's another maybe vinyl floors in here, so it's waterproof. And then in the room over there, we have this yellowish green carpet that's super ugly. The other bedroom right next to it just doesn't really have any floors at all. It's just plywood right now. And then the studio at the back was probably renovated in a different time, and there's a grayish laminate or vinyl floors. So it's really interesting that we're seeing all these different flooring materials, and please drop me a comment below after you count all the flooring types in this home. Let's see who gets it right. This first bedroom was used as a photography studio before. We have a professional light, tripod, and backdrop. We are going to reclaim it as a bedroom. So after we remove everything, we'll install a new ceiling light, repaint the interior, and I really like that there is a very good size walk-in closet in here, so it would make a great addition to the bedroom. Back to this room that doesn't have any formal floors. There are some mattresses laying around, and there are also some dolls and other toys in here. But what I noticed first are the damages in the ceiling. So it shows us that there was probably water damage from the roof, so we definitely want to look into the roof. This other bedroom upstairs has some really interesting decor on the shelves, and we definitely need to install a new ceiling light, repaint the interior to get rid of this peach color. And is that a bat? The hallway bathroom on the second story doesn't seem that bad, especially this vanity. It seems to have been put in not too long ago, but unfortunately the style is still kind of dated already. So we have to replace it all and put in new mirror and light fixture as well. And in the shower, this is the same traditional square shower tiles all over again, so we definitely need to use larger tiles and light color tiles to modernize it. This primary bedroom is so huge, but it's quite a mess right now. I really like that there are two closets, one here and the other over there, so it can be used as his and hers. But we really need to fix the popcorn ceiling. I mean, remove it completely and also put in some ceiling light. And then we are going to have to remove this, probably the ugliest carpet I've ever seen. The primary bathroom is like a mirror of the hallway bath. So we have the same scope of work. We just need to gut everything and put in all new finishes and fixtures. The backyard is very spacious, but it's not very pretty, nor it's well utilized. Let's start from this covered patio space. The deck is kind of narrow, so it doesn't really provide a good space for outdoor entertaining. And the cover is the reason why the family room and the kitchen are so dark inside. So we want to take both out so that we have more natural light going into the house. And to replace this deck, we're going to pour concrete patio that go all the way up here, so we can replace all these bricks and give it a lot more space for outdoor entertainment. And then over on this side, the bushes are so ugly, so it's definitely have to go. And then the grass is probably the nicest feature so far in the yard, so we plan to keep it, but we do want to potentially expand it into more of the center area. And then as we go to the other side, the bricks are coming off probably from the tree roots, so it presents a tripping hazard, so they definitely have to be replaced. And then the boxwood bushes are creating kind of a separation that makes this yard look smaller. So we want to remove it and then potentially put a vegetable garden over there. There's a lot more bricks over here that will be replaced with a new pathway. And then there's a big brick structure over here that's probably a grill at some point, but it's so big and so ugly, and we want to get rid of it. The house sits in a cul-de-sac, really quiet location, and the front yard doesn't look that bad. We already have grass, we just need to keep maintaining it and make sure that it's lush. The house itself is painted this dark brown color and it feels really unappealing. So we plan to repaint it and make sure that it has some contrast so it doesn't just look like a very boring structure. For the garage door, if we painted a different color, it would really pop. As we get closer to the house, we can see that all the windows are single pane and they have to be replaced. And then the front door is quite traditional with this half moon shape light on top that we plan to replace. This is a pretty big project and it will cost about $200,000 to do the entire renovation. But I purchased it for around $1.4 million and the resale value is estimated to be around $2 million. So there's some really good margin in there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.